Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the thermostat on this 2006 Jeep Liberty with the 3.7 liter V6 engine. And it's the same part and process on these Liberties from 2002 to 2012. And the items you'll need for this is a new thermostat from 1AAuto.com, an 8mm, 13mm, and 15mm socket and ratchet, 16mm wrench, a drip pan, a funnel with a screen, and an 8mm Allen bit. Your belt is located right at the front of the engine, and the tensioner is right here. You just want to put a 15mm socket and ratchet on that tensioner and pull back on it, and that'll loosen up the slack on the belt and allow you to pull the belt off each of those pulleys. On your tensioner, you want to remove this 13mm bolt right here. And you can see Don uses a piece of pipe for some added leverage here to help break it free. And we'll just fast forward as he removes that bolt. And once the bolt comes out, the tensioner will pull right off. Remove the cap to your coolant reservoir. Your drain plug's located right here under the bumper. And using a 16mm wrench, just loosen that up. And make sure you have a drip pan underneath to collect the coolant. Your thermostat is inside here, and it's held in with this 8mm bolt and another 8mm bolt underneath it. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes those two bolts. Put your drip pan underneath it and pull the hose free. And now pull the thermostat out. On the right is the old thermostat. On the left is the new one from 1A Auto. They'll mount exactly the same. Take your new thermostat and you want the vent, which is that little circular part, facing up. And then you want to push it into place. And then push that hose into place. And then twist in by hand the two 8mm bolts. And we'll fast forward as Don tightens those up.
And you want to tighten those up to between 8 and 11 foot-pounds.
You want to line up this indent with this bolt right here. And then once you have the tensioner in place, replace that 13mm bolt. And we'll just fast forward as Don tightens that up. Now when you go to put your belt back on, you're going to need this belt routing diagram that shows you exactly how the belt should look. You just want to follow this and make sure that your belt, once you get it back on all the pulleys, looks just like this. So just use this as a reference. And it's hard to show it, but you can see Don's going to feed the belt down into place and put it onto each of those pulleys. And once you only have one pulley left to put the belt onto, get your ratchet and put that 15mm socket and ratchet on the tensioner, pull it back, put the belt down on the last pulley, and then use the tensioner still to make sure that your belt is on each of the pulleys all the way and that there's no chance of them slipping off and that everything's in place. Once you know everything's in place, just carefully remove the socket and ratchet. Use your 16mm wrench to tighten up the coolant drain plug.
Refill your coolant bottle, use clean, fresh coolant, and you'll refill the bottle, and this will be draining down into the engine as well, so it should take quite a bit of coolant.
Replace your cap. Now you want to run your engine so the coolant goes down through the engine, and then using your 8mm Allen bit, you want to just loosen up this bleeder valve.
And it's basically a matter of loosening that bleeder valve. You can see some of the coolant and air come out. Make sure you keep checking your coolant and topping off the tank. Check the coolant and loosen the valve until you get all the air out. We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by oneaauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free, 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.